We must rise up, said John Dolan in his interview on Morning Ireland today. And he was not talking about water charges. He was talking about the documented, casual nature of the abuse at Áras Attracta, played out for all to see on RTE last eve. And as Professor Ger Quint said in that same interview, they were being treated as objects to be managed rather than subjects to be cherished. On International Human Rights Day 2014, I have a number of questions for our leader today. Maybe some of them are rhetorical in the best sense of the word, but questions that need to be asked nonetheless. So, on International Human Rights Day 2014, can the leader confirm that the long-awaited gender recognition legislation will be published before Christmas? Dr. Lydia Foy, her advocates, and all trans people, young and old, in Ireland want to know. On International Human Rights Day 2014, can the leader say when will the Department of Justice publish the last head of the Sexual Offences Amendment Bill? This head has to do with the very oppressive, offensive, and truly outdated legislation that criminalizes sexual relations between people with intellectual disability if they are not married. It's the law My Right to Love bill seeks to change. And I'm just asking about the head of the bill here, so can the leader also confirm that this bill that will amend so many oppressive past laws will be enacted before this government concludes its work? And on International Human Rights Day 2014, can the leader confirm if the government will put a referendum to the people so that they can choose whether or not they want to incorporate Irish people's fundamental economic, social, and cultural rights within our most precious legal document, namely the Constitution? Wouldn't this be an incredible way to demonstrate the government's will to end long-term, medium-term, and short-term homelessness? And finally, on International Human Rights Day 2014, can the leader give us any indication whatsoever if this government, this Minister for Justice, will finally recognize the proud identity of our Irish traveller community by recognizing their ethnic identity? Or will they have to wait till the next government assumes power? Tomorrow, I am meeting with a group of travellers who want to speak to me about Seanad reform, and if there's any possibility that when all is said and done, when the talking has finished and one more report has been written, that we will get some genuine, relevant reform that will be inclusive of their voice, that one of their people in the Seanad, for example, to represent how they see the world, how they experience society and the economy. I tell you what, leaders and members, if I were offered a place on that Seanad reform group, and I have not been offered one, I would gladly give it to one of the travellers. I would happily let them take my place. And I wonder how that would change the conversation and the recommendations. Happy International Human Rights Day 2014, leader and members.